An overcast day here as we embark on yet another river walk update. There's not a lot of activity at all really, except for the beautiful birds flying around. What's that, raven? Quoteth the raven. Man, that thing is hungry. In search for something. Welcome to another river walk update, where today the topic of discussion will be putting yourself out there no matter what, regardless of what people think, which will probably resonate with a lot of people, resonates with people that tend to be quite hesitant about doing anything constructively or positively and end up staying still and stagnant and then regretting it for far too long and wasting too much time. So hopefully this will help people who are stuck. So human beings, not all human beings, but some human beings, most I would assume, would always seem to care what other people think, to the point that they change their course, their natural path. They alter the path to please others rather than stick to their own goals and dreams. And I think it's been written about before about people that try and destroy other people's dreams by, you know, trying to dissuade people from doing something or putting a downer on it. And what you need to remember, especially as we get older, I think we start to recognise this even more, is that if this is one existence, then you've got to make sure that you're doing everything possible, you know, without neglecting others or being unkind to others, but you've got to be kind to yourself and not listen to what everyone else is saying around you. Take advice, that's fine. But if you can feel something and it feels risky and then someone's saying don't do it, you're destined to fail, what would you rather do? Would you rather at least try and fail, or never try and never know? And then when it gets to a point where it's too late, what will you regret most? Looking back, will you regret having never tried? Or looking back and saying, well, it didn't work out, but I gave it a go? I think that's the idea with this update. It's not only an update in relation to channel and the Crimson Collective, and where the channel's hopefully going to go video wise, but also I think it's a good place just to deal with topics and thoughts that are probably going through everyone's mind at some point or another. Important questions, hesitations, worries, fears, and discussing them like this hopefully will help someone. If it helps one person, then at least I've done something right today. And remember, this applies to anything that you're dwelling on or holding back on, whether you're thinking about writing a novel and worried about what people will think if they find out that you're attempting a book, or playing your first gig, singing in front of people for the first time and worried about what they're going to say, that you're silly or you're untalented or you're not good enough, you're making a fool of yourself, you're embarrassing yourself. If that is the eventuality, then that's going to be the eventuality, but you've got to give it a go. Who was it? Was it Walt Disney? Famously said, if you can dream it, you can do it. Yeah, I love those positive quotes. Eleanor Roosevelt was another one, I think. Apologies if I'm misquoting, but I believe Eleanor Roosevelt said something like, the future belongs to the ones who dream the most beautiful dreams, maybe, something like that. Apologies if I've misquoted, which I obviously have. But yeah, if you look up Eleanor Roosevelt, you can see that one as well. And then obviously one of my favourites would be Martin Luther King Jr., which is, you don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. Sorry, the correct quote was, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. I just looked it up on Google. Thank you, Google. And that's exactly the point that I'm trying to make with this. For anybody who's feeling that they're wasting time by not following their dreams, or at least taking the first step, then coming from someone who's held back for far too long, attempted a variety of things, like factotum, you know, jack of all trades, master of none situation, finally committing to something and taking that first step was a big deal. And obviously worrying about what people think, who as of this moment don't know this channel exists, who know me well, or who think they know me well. One day I have to, you know, accept that they may come across this channel and find out that I'm doing it. But I'm ready for, you know, oh, what are you doing that for? Don't you think it's embarrassing? But I'm ready for that. So I guess what I'm saying is put yourself out there regardless of what people think. Be yourself. Don't shy away from who you really are, who you truly are. Everyone's different. Everyone has their individual qualities, that's what I'm trying to say. But don't shy away from them to please others and neglect yourself, because that only ends in further disappointment and regret. If you find this at all of value, please click the like. It just tells me that you find this kind of video and discussing topics like this valuable and helpful, and it's like, you know, we can all discuss this together and think about it together and have a positive impact. But unless it's liked, I don't know if people really like this or not, or comment. And sorry if this is not some philosophical unveiling, it's anything but I'm just trying to speak from the heart, say what's on my mind, thoughts, and that's all I can do. And bring some words of encouragement to people that may need it, from someone who has craved that kind of encouragement before. I think that's a good sign, because our friend the horse is right there, facing away. Not usually camera shy, but at least he's there. And up until, I reckon, probably about best part of a year, oh no, over a year, about 2 years ago, this area here was full of rabbits everywhere. Such a pleasure. And then they moved to over there, to that far side, and I think they've now gone even further that way. Grated, but they were here, right there. And every time I do this walk in the past, it's be a pleasure to see the rabbits and then the horse in the background over there. So I do hope you found some kind of value in what I've said, even though not mind-blowing, but hopefully uplifting on putting yourself out there regardless, I can't emphasize that word enough, regardless of what people may say in a negative fashion. Yeah, just stay true to yourself. This advice is for anyone that needs it, and if it helps just one person, then it's worth doing this video, and that's all that matters. Right, going on to off topic, but still within the realms of the channel and its purpose. Got some videos coming up, some new uploads that are incoming within the next few days. One definitely, and then the other one, the subsequent one, give or take a day, will be uploaded for your viewing pleasure, hopefully. And then it'll be on to the next. I'm going to try and keep the content coming on a regular basis. I'm enjoying doing it, that's important, but I'm also enjoying seeing that people are viewing it. I'm not sure if they're enjoying it or not, but they're viewing it. I seriously need to get out of the trap of looking at the thumbs up or thumbs down icons on videos, because I'm thinking, oh, you know, 50 views, 1 like. What does that mean? What do the other 49 think? But you can't be like, if I'm going to continue and carry on, then that needs to just be completely irrelevant, unless it became catastrophic. You know, and people are like, just close your channel, it is rubbish. But then that goes against what I've been saying about putting yourself out there regardless of what people think, and stay true to yourself. So I'm constantly trying to avoid my own trap. A learning curve. I guess we're learning all the time, and we never stop learning. And of course, this wouldn't be a Riverwalk update unless you saw the pirate ship. It just wouldn't be the same. And with that being said, and coming to near the end of our walk, which is just up and around that bend, with that being said, pirate ship in view and appropriate shots, I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and found it valuable. I will see you in the next video. And cheers. And a final message to everyone who has viewed, if you're still viewing and tuning in whenever I upload, a heartfelt thank you. I really do appreciate it. You don't have to commit time, precious time, to watching this content, so I do really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.